Well, now that I've seen the brand new one, it is time to go back and rank all the Christmas movies featuring the Grinch. How would you rank all 3 Grinch movies? Let's talk about that in the comments.
That worked out nicely.
Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my ranking of the 3 Grinch Christmas movies, worst to best. I'm super excited to dive into this ranking because it's a Christmas ranking. I'm looking at Christmas movies, which means, yes, the Christmas season is upon us. Even though at the posting of this video, we have not even yet had Thanksgiving, I am thankful that the Christmas season is upon us, and I'm excited to rank these movies. There will be some minor spoilers for the Grinch 2018, the brand new one that just came out. So as I dive into my ranking of these Grinch movies, how would you rank them worst to best? Number 3, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey. This movie came out in the year 2000. The year 2000! I can't even believe that it's been out that long. It seems like yesterday I went and saw this movie on the big screen. And you know what? I enjoyed it back then when I saw it on the big screen, and it had been years since I last saw that movie. So for this ranking, I went back, watched it again, and I gotta say, it's a fun and enjoyable movie. It's not my favorite of the Christmas movies, but it is a fun and enjoyable movie. I mean, you got Jim Carrey, who is just over the top.
Maybe you need a timeout.
But I don't even think that can be counted as a negative because it's Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey is over the top, and it's a Grinch movie where it is supposed to be a bit over the top, and it's supposed to be a bit cartoony. So I think in terms of that, they nailed that, and they did that pretty good. You know, one of the things that I like about these 2 newer Grinch movies, you know, this one from the year 2000 and the new one from 2018, they stayed true to Dr. Seuss's message in, you know, his book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, because the whole story of How the Grinch Stole Christmas is Christmas cannot be bought in a store, and that maybe, perhaps maybe, it's just a little bit more. Some of the things that maybe I didn't like so much about this movie, the Grinch Martha love story. I could have cared less about it. Really, to me, Martha was just like this spoiled brat. I mean, when they do the flashback to when they're kids and the Grinch is like making that cool little, you know, angel for the top of Martha's tree, like that scene is like, oh, that's so nice.
Merry Christmas, Martha May.
They're making fun of the Grinch. Oh my gosh, kids are such jerks. I mean, like, it's a really good scene, and it kind of just draws you in that way. And, you know, Martha's cool there, but when, you know, they're all grown-ups and you have Martha the grown-up, she just is this spoiled brat.
Isn't this antique, darling?
I did not like the Grinch liking her. But it's a fun movie overall. It just doesn't stand out to me as like this instant Christmas classic that I feel like I have to go back to every year. So it comes in for me at number 3. Number 2, The Grinch 2018. Overall, I found this movie entertaining and enjoyable. But, you know, in terms of, like, the recent animated movies and other animated movies that are out there, it's not, like, the best, and it doesn't bring anything super unique to the table. Somebody commented on my Grinch spoiler-free review saying that this movie was just bland. And I get what they're saying, because, like, when you compare it to Moana, Zootopia, and other animated movies that have recently come out and that have been really solid and really good, it doesn't really bring anything, like, that's super interesting and super unique to the table. But I think as a telling of the Grinch who stole Christmas, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, as a telling of that story and delivering that Christmas message, I thought it was entertaining, and I thought it was a pretty fun, entertaining movie. I mean, I really liked the Cindy Lou Who storyline in this Grinch movie. I liked it a little bit better than the Grinch 2000 movie, but that's also because, you know, How the Grinch Stole Christmas in the year 2000, that Cindy Lou story made me feel like a bad person. Because here's an 8-year-old going around saying, what is the real meaning of Christmas? Can't even write out a Christmas list to Santa Claus because she's thinking to herself, Christmas can't be about presents and stuff. There's got to be more to it than that. And when I was 8 years old, I was like, oh Lord, please let that video game be under the tree. Please let that video game be under the tree. It makes me feel like a bad person. Anyway, I like this Cindy Lou Who storyline because I think it's really funny, but it's also very heartfelt because her mom is a single mom raising both her and her little twin brothers and is working all these crazy night hours and is always exhausted, and what she wants for Christmas is happiness for her mom. And what was really fun about that storyline was not just the heartfelt part, but also where you have the Grinch and you had that montage of him trying to plan how is he going to steal Christmas. And then you have Cindy Lou, who is coming up with her plan of how she's going to capture Santa Claus when he comes into her house to leave presents. And so I thought, that was kind of clever, kind of funny, and kind of heartfelt. But that is some of the stuff I found really entertaining about this movie. I loved Max the dog, and I think I loved him for the express reason that he made coffee for his master every morning. Honestly, like, if I'm gonna have a dog, that's the dog that I want, that knows how to make me a fresh cup of coffee every single morning. And then when you bring in the big old fat reindeer, Fred, I think that was his name. I like that big fat reindeer. And what a happy little sad scene where the Grinch had to let him go because, you know, his little wife and little fat baby ran up to him, so he let him go so they could go be in the woods. And then he shows back up at the end and saves the Grinch as everything's coming over the cliff. I don't know. I had fun with little moments like that. So I enjoyed this version of the Grinch, and I did enjoy that, like the Grinch 2000, it stayed true to the message of Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. Number 1, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. I don't think there is much we could even say about this one. I mean, it speaks for itself. The fact that this thing is about 5 decades old and has remained a classic and has remained in our hearts all this time, that kids now can watch it and enjoy it. And what's so awesome about it is it's 26 minutes long. This 26-minute cartoon has remained a classic for 5 decades. In 26 minutes, you get fun characters, you get great music, and you get an awesome Christmas message that Christmas is more than the toys, it's more than the presents, it is the joy. I love the picture of the Grinch, that he stole everything and he couldn't stop Christmas from coming. No deep exploration of the Who's and their disappointment waking up Christmas morning, none of that. Just they gather around in a circle, they sing the song, the light burns in the center, rises up towards the sky, and they just sing, sing, sing. And you have this picture of the Grinch, and we don't exactly even know why. We didn't go into he grew up in an orphanage like we did in this new Grinch movie, or, you know, he was made fun of by his classmates and ran away because, you know, he tried to make a little angel for Martha and then shaved and everybody laughed at him because, you know, it was all botched up and, you know, yeah, I thought that was good. I'm not bashing any of that. I'm just saying it's awesome that this little 26-minute cartoon has the strength in its story that it didn't have to do that. We just see he's miserable, he's resisting joy, and he wants everybody to be miserable with him because he can't stand their noise. So he takes their stuff and learns, wait, Christmas isn't the stuff? I couldn't stop it from coming? It came all the same? What a fantastic message. And as he was resisting, and his heart was 2 sizes too small, as soon as he let the joy in his heart, and it grew 3 sizes that day, and he found the strength of 10 Grinch plus 2, like that was awesome. And so I think all of that is a fantastic thing and a great message, but it's just amazing to me how this little 26-minute cartoon has remained a classic for 5 decades and has spawned 2 feature-length films that do not depart from the central message of this little cartoon. And that by itself says something. So this is my number 1 just because it is one of my favorites. And so what did you think? What is your favorite of these 3 Grinch movies? How would you rank them worst to best? Let's do that in the comments. And while you're doing that, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for my next ranking video, theological analysis, movie review, trailer reaction, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.